Welcome back to the Embers Archive. Tonight, we listen to The Secrets of a Kingdom Ruled by Whispers. It is a tale of a crown that could hear thoughts, a princess who lived in silence, and a general who had to choose between his duty and his heart. For a generation, the kingdom of Aurelia was ruled by the silent and seemingly paranoid king. His power came from the Crown of Whispers, an ancient artifact that, unknown to the public, allowed the wearer to hear the thoughts, the plots, the secrets, the betrayals of everyone nearby. The crown had driven the king mad, drowning him in a sea of his subjects' unfiltered minds. His only heir was Princess Anya, a woman who had seen what the crown did to her father. In self-defense, she had retreated into a shell of perfect serenity. She never spoke a word, never betrayed an emotion, her mind a fortress against the crown's intrusion. She was seen by the court as a fragile, empty doll. Lord Kaelen, the stoic and intensely loyal general of the royal guard, was one of the few who knew the crown's true nature. His primary duty was not to the king, but to the crown, and to protecting the kingdom from the king's paranoia. He secretly managed the realm, interpreting the king's fractured orders. He saw Anya's silence as weakness, a liability the kingdom could not afford. The crisis came when the king died. By law, the Crown of Whispers passed to the next in line. Anya was to be coronated in 3 days. A rival faction, led by the ambitious Duke Vorlag, saw their chance. They knew the silent princess would be instantly overwhelmed and driven mad by the crown, allowing Vorlag to seize control as Lord Protector. Kaelen was desperate. He had to prepare the princess to teach her to control the power that had destroyed her father. He entered her chambers, breaking protocol, to find her not weeping, but calmly reading a book. We have no time. The crown. You do not know what it does. It will break you. I must teach you to build mental shields. Anya looked up from her book, her expression calm. She simply raised a hand, gesturing for a piece of paper and a quill. She wrote, her script precise and clear. I know exactly what it does. General, I have spent 20 years building my shields. You are not worried it will break me. You are worried I will be a stronger ruler than my father. You are worried I will hear your thoughts. Kaelen was stunned. This was not a fragile doll. This was a political opponent. He realized her silence wasn't weakness. It was armor. In the 2 days before the coronation, a tense, silent power struggle began. Kaelen tried to train her, but she refused his methods, communicating only through her sharp, insightful notes. He realized he wasn't teaching her. She was interviewing him, testing his loyalties, his secrets, his competence. He found himself admiring her iron control, her cold pragmatism. She found herself relying on his steadfast, if cynical, sense of duty. He was the only one not trying to flatter her or usurp her. The night before the coronation, Vorlag's patience broke. He sent assassins to Anya's chambers, intending to kill her and seize the crown himself. Kaelen was waiting. The fight was swift. He dispatched the assassins, his blade a silver blur. He turned to Anya, expecting to find her terrified. She was standing by the window, holding a heavy ledger. She hadn't been hiding. She had been retrieving the kingdom's true financial records. She wrote a new note, her hand perfectly steady. Vorlag is a fool. He tits his hand. Now we know who to purge first. You and I will rule, General. You will be my sword, and I will be your mind. But only if you swear to me, not to the crown. To me, it was treason. It was a proposal. It was the only path forward. Kaelen looked at this silent, formidable woman and saw the ruler the kingdom desperately needed. He knelt. My life and my loyalty, are yours, your majesty. The coronation was held in a hall thick with tension. Duke Vorlag and his faction watched, expecting the crown to destroy her. Anya, in her heavy coronation robes, walked to the throne. Kaelen stood at her side. She lifted the Crown of Whispers. As it settled on her head, she inhaled sharply. Kaelen saw her hands clench. The entire court leaned forward. Sensing the breaking point, Vorlag smiled. Anya's eyes snapped open. They were not mad. They were sharp, focused, and icy cold. She had withstood the first wave. She turned her gaze slowly. First to Duke Vorlag. Duke Vorlag, you were arrested for treason, conspiracy, and the attempted murder of the crown. The court erupted. Vorlag's thoughts of betrayal and murder, now open for her to hear, was frozen in shock. I hear all of you. I hear your loyalty, your fear, and your treason. The reign of whispers is over. The reign of truth begins, hinted out Kaelen, secure the prisoners. Kaelen and the royal guard, acting on her command, secured Vorlag and his stunned conspirators. The kingdom was hers. That night, Queen Anya stood with Kaelen in the silent throne room. She was not wearing the crown. How did you do it? The noise. My father fought the whispers. He tried to block them. I listened. I organized them. It is not a curse, General. It is the world's largest network of spies. And it told me something very clearly. What, Your Majesty? That of all the minds in this court, yours was the only one whose thoughts of the kingdom matched his duty to it. He looked at his queen, this woman of iron silence, who had seen his deepest thoughts and had not turned away. The general, who had served a mad king, had finally found a ruler worthy of his loyalty. And the silent queen had found the one person in the world she didn't need to read to trust. Thank you for joining us at the Embers Archive. If you enjoyed the story, please like this video and subscribe for more tales from the ashes of history. We'll see you next time.